Oh, that light. Oh, that light. How do we avoid that light? Ooh, we could. Just chill in this corner right here. What is up, guys? What is up? What is up? What is up? Thrift School over here, of course. You guys know that. And we're live streaming yet again. It's the easiest way to do this right now. But I do have a few items that sold overnight. And I went and I got everything I needed to package them all up. So you guys will see exactly how I package things, all that good stuff, some cool tips, some cool things that sold. And I do have a 20% off sale on my store right now, but the funny thing is, two of the things that sold, I believe, weren't on sale, or maybe I think they were all on sale besides one thing, but only a few things sold. So I'm just gonna hop right into it and show you guys everything, tell you guys the prices, and print out some labels. Well, actually, I won't print out the labels until afterwards. Did forget a pen, which was my issue right now. That's my only issue. There we go. So I could write down the weight after I package it up, and then I'll print out all the labels after. So the very first item we have here is a Tommy Bahama. I just listed this, what, 2 days ago, 3 days ago? It is a dark pink short sleeve button front. There is one of the logos. This means it's older, vintage Tommy Bahama. I know it's a little hard to see, but it's that big square logo. Size XL, 100% silk. This stuff sells really well. And you know, it's pink. Pink's cool. Pink's very beachy and nice. There is no pattern on here, which is, I do find that my Tommy Bahamas without embroidery, without designs, actually sell better. I know people say go for the crazy ones with all the leaves and florals and palm trees and cool designs and martini glasses and stuff, but those do not sell very well from what I noticed. This one is completely plain, and this guy sold for $24.95, free shipping. I do not really remember what I paid, but I do have my handy dandy chart right here. Paid $5. So 5 into 25, it's gonna ship for about $3.40. So I'm in the hole. 5, 6, 7, 8, a little under $9. So not too shabby there. Next, we have a fun little random play kit. This is Playmobil, to be more specific. And these are just a bunch of little Playmobil toys. This is lot 5 out of 6. I've already sold lot 6. Oh no, I've sold lot 4, and this is lot 5. 1, 2, 3, and 6 are still available. And it's just a bunch of cool Playmobil pieces. There's a Santa Claus in here. So these are all from advent calendars, and I took apart the advent calendars, and I've been selling all the pieces individually. This guy went for $15.99 free shipping. I paid $1 for the kit. So it's going to ship first class, and I actually ship these off in this eBay bubble mailer that you get for free. So with your eBay bonus shipping bucks or whatever the heck they call it, I don't know what they call it, but eBay branded shipping supplies, and you get a coupon every quarter for your store. So that's awesome. So these went for $16. Next, we have another shirt. This is a LL Bean or LL Bueno because they sell good. Well, they've actually kind of tapered off a little bit, but this one still sold pretty well. There's the logo. You know, everybody knows what LL Bean looks like. It's wrinkle resistant, and it's actually a size medium. So it's a smaller size, but it's nice, blue, checkered, plaid, whatever you want to call it. This sold for $20.79 plus shipping, so it sold for a total of $24.54. So not bad right there, you know, $24.54 for a regular old LL Bean. I paid, oh man, this is way, way, way back on the pages, so I'm not going to look for it, but I imagine I paid about $5 or $2.50, so it could have either been half off or I paid 5. So somewhere around there. Not too bad. Alright, next we have, oh, we don't have this shirt. We actually have a hat. Hat that sold for $19.96 plus free shipping is this USS George H.W. Bush hat. And, you know, just a Velcro back. It's nice. I actually saw this at Red, White, and Blue, and it looked unique to me. It looked cool enough, so I went and I looked it up, and you know, it was selling. It was selling for about 24. It was selling for between $20 and $25, and I actually had this listed for I believe 25, but it's 20% off, so it went for $19.96. so I'm very happy there. What I pay for this, I think 95 cents. So really cool sale. And how I ship these off, I know some people say you could put them, you could put them in one of these or in a poly bag or something like that. I'm always worried because this brim is in really clean shape, no dings or anything. I mean, it's a very clean hat. So I actually put them in these Staples boxes. They are 6 by 6 by 6. I believe they cost 79 cents each if you buy 5 of them. And I'm going to put it into a clear bag, clear poly bags, like how I have all of my shirts that I'm showing you guys. And then I just take it and I slide it right in. And once you push it down enough, it just fits. So, works pretty well for hats. And it's definitely not going to get damaged, and it still ships first class. Granted, yeah, you are paying a little bit more. If you want to, ship this off in a poly bag and take your chance, you'll probably be paying $2.60 because it's 4 ounces maybe. But once you put it in this, the shipping is going to jump to about $3.40. So it adds almost a full dollar, but it's better than having to take a return just in case. So I eat the dollar there. It's no problem. The next thing that's sold is this Tommy Bahama again. It is a just regular Tommy Bahama button front, short sleeve silk. This is a size large. This one's just green. So the other one was pink. This one's green, plain, nothing on it. Like I said, guys, the plain Tommy Bahamas are the ones that go. Normally, whenever I talk to people, they say that this is like 1 or 2 people that I've spoken to. I'm not saying everybody, but there are people out there that say, no, I pass up on these ones. They're, there's nothing special about them. Go for the crazy ones and leave these behind. Personally, guys, I'd rather take these and leave the crazy ones behind because the crazy ones just do not move for me. I have a bin full of crazy design ones and they're not moving. So here's proof right here. 2 regular ones just sold overnight. So that is actually everything. I'm going to take a quick look into the live feed, the chat. We have 14 people watching right now, so thank you very much. It is just before noon on a Friday, and this was a completely random live stream, so I'm glad to see that we got a good amount of people in here. We have G. Jasso in the house saying, you are more addictive than drugs, Jesse. Yeah, well, I like to put out content. 75472 Pickers, hey all. Mario Yanez, am I late to the party? No, it just started, but this is going to be a short video. Mario Yanez also says, I have a 3XL Tommy Bahama shirts. What kind of price would you yourself put those at? Plain colored, 100% cotton. 100% cotton, not so good, to be honest. If they're not button fronts, if they're just regular t-shirts, even worse. You want them to be button, you want them to be camp shirts. Camp shirts are pretty much just these button shirts. They usually have a little loop for a top neck button that you can slide it through. Those are the best sellers. Cotton isn't as good as silk. I actually find that silk cotton blends sell even better than just plain silk or plain cotton. I don't know, man. If they are button up, I would do $24.95 and just wait. And then run it sales or if you don't do sales, just bring the price down over time. And if they're just regular t-shirts, I don't know. Because they're 3XL, that definitely helps. But the fact that they're just cotton makes it a little tough. So, I'd actually start them if they're button up. I would start them at $30 because they're 3XL, maybe even a little bit higher because I wasn't thinking about the size. And I'll read down in the comments and see what you answer about exactly what kind of shirt it is, and then I'll give some more tips there. Evan Woodson says, do the crazy ones demand higher money, or are they all priced in the same range? The crazy ones usually demand higher money, but they do take a lot longer to sell. Texas Remedy, sup, Tony Lenzi. I'm going to start clothing. I watch other people. They sell shirts for $15. Urban getting $30. You demand, always killing it. Thanks, bro. James from JJ's, hi, hello to you. The Source Force, what up, boss? Yo, the Source Force has the force to source. That's the extent of my rapping. Mario Yanez, they are button fronts, but I knew the cotton would suck. Okay, so they are button fronts, so that definitely helps. I'd throw them up at, $34.95. See what 3XLs are listed at and price accordingly. Just type in Tommy Bahama 3XL cotton. See what comes up, price accordingly. I would think $30 or more would be good starting point since they're such a big size. James from JJ's, what percentage of your stuff goes on eBay and FBA? Lately, I haven't really been doing FBA shipments because I haven't been finding that much. So as of now, it's 50-50. But normally, and also I haven't been thrifting that much. I really need to get back out there. I might go out today, actually. It's only noon, so I guess I can. I would say normally it's 80-20, 80% Amazon FBA, 20% eBay, but just lately it's been 50-50. Tracy Vincent says, I just sold a Rain Spooner Hawaiian shirt for 54 bucks. That's really awesome, actually. I have 2 Rain Spooners, and I might have more in my unlisted bins, but I have 2 Rain Spooners. I think they're priced a little high. I think they're priced at 120 and 80, something like that. But they're both new with tags, so that helps. 95472 Picker says, cool. All right. Tony Lindsay, yo, your rapping is just as good as these so-called rappers out today. They're not rappers. They're just, I don't even know what they're doing. They're not even speaking in their raps, but still catchy as can be. Not gonna lie, still listen to it. So, I'll show you guys how I just package these up real quick, just so we can, end this live stream up. But I would like to give you guys the tip and show you how I package these things. Let's see how many people we got in the house. We have 28 people in the house, which is awesome. So I'm going to show you how I package up these packages. So this is actually a pretty good angle. So here's the Tommy Bahama green. This is the green silk. I use these poly bags, which I will have a link for them in the description below. And you buy them right through Amazon. They're dirt cheap. Here's one of them. I'll just take the others and put them here for now. You just take my shirt and it slides right in. And I like to keep them in these poly bags. It's more presentable. Plus, it's a good way to store them. The buyer also really likes how they come shipped like that because they are clean and you didn't just stick them into one little bag that could possibly get ripped. So there we go. It is in there right now. Looking good. You just peel and stick. And this lovely, lovely, lovely little shirt will be gone very soon. So, once you do that, you want to weigh it. So, I'm just going to throw those on the ground for now. So we have my little tiny little scale here, which works good for these shirts. Normally, because they've been sitting in storage for so long, they are already wrinkled, so it doesn't matter if you fold them in half. It's 13.1 ounces, so I have to ship it off as 14 ounces. So I just write Tommy green 14 ounce. And that's what I'll do. And then I could print off the shipping label in a minute. So now we will work on the pink one. So this is a size XL. This one was a size large. So if the size large weighed exactly 13.1 ounces, you would expect the XL to obviously weigh more than that. So let's see. Uh-oh. We have an issue here. I hate that these poly bags have been sitting for a long time, so sometimes the sticker comes off the adhesive, so this one's kind of ruined because I won't be able to slide a shirt in there. So we're going to have to use another bag, which is not good because I need to order more of these bags. I'm almost out. Alright, so let's slide this Tommy Bahama in. So this one theoretically should weigh more than 13.1 ounces, so we are going to see what an XL 100% silk Tommy Bahama weighs. Could weigh less, could weigh more. It is vintage, who knows? So let's see. Fold it over to get some of that air out, so we can just weigh it a little bit easier. Alright, let's see. This guy weighs 12.9 ounces, so the XL actually weighs a little bit less than the large. So this one can go off as 13 ounces. So this is Tommy Pink 13 ounce. So now we know the vintage Tommy Bahamas are less dense, less diesel than the newer ones, because a size that's larger weighs about 0.3 ounces less, which is kind of interesting to know. Now we have the LL Bean. This is a size medium, so it should weigh less than both of those. I'm guessing it's going to weigh around 10 ounces, probably a little bit less. Let's see. We'll slide this guy in. I just peel that off and I throw it on the ground. I'll pick them up later. So let's see. The LL Bean. we go. Weighs a total of 9 pounds 9 ounces. So yep, 10 ounces, which is pretty much what I thought. So LLB 10 ounce. So that's good. Now we have the Playmobil stuff. This whole thing will probably weigh, oh, I don't know, probably less, probably right around 10 ounces as well. Not 100% sure there though, but it's kind of what I'm guessing. Let's see. What are these little Playmobil lots going for? 9 ounces on the dot, so I will ship it off as 10 ounces, just because once I put the label on here, it's going to be 9.1. So Playmobil is 10 ounces. So you always want to round up. You don't want to get caught at the post office. I know some people don't do it. Sometimes I don't even do it. Sometimes I just try to say, you know what, they're really not going to care if it's 9.1. I'll just ship it off as 9 ounces. But sometimes I feel like being, you know, a better person. All right, so this box, we still have to tape. We have to do all that good stuff to it. So just fold it in. I need to find the tape, which should be on my desk. I remember putting it over back here. And there it is. So very nice. Now, nice and loud. You gotta love that. So we will tape up this wonderful box. And the cool thing is, you really don't need to use that much tape, since it's just a hat. It's not like it's gonna weigh a lot and break through the box. So I'll just put one more piece on there for security purposes. There we go. That should be more than good. So now we'll take the hat, and see, now you could just take the hat, throw it in the box, call it a day. I like to add a little layer of protection to it in case the dust gets in the box. Let's say the box gets wet in transit. It's supposed to be snowing tonight, so who knows, it might get wet in transit. We need to get poly bags to take this hat and stick it into a clear poly bag. So I have those right back over here. And what we'll do, just like with the shirts, just like how I store the shirts, normally all of my hats are stored in poly bags. I'm not sure why this one wasn't. It just wasn't. So we'll just take the hat, we will slide it in here, call it a day. Come on now. Very nice, very nice. Peel and stick and do your thing. You know, there's a lot of extra room in here. That's fine, as long as it's safe. Then we will just put the hat in there. Ta-da! Fits so nicely. And put our tape on. And one more piece. So that is extra secure, extra safe. And how much does the hat weigh now that it is in this box? It weighs 7 pounds or 7 ounces, 7.1 ounces. So I do have to ship it off as 8 ounces, which does kind of suck, but whatever. So we will do hat 8 ounce. So that is how I'll do everything, and then I'll just print out all my labels, and that's pretty much how I do it. And I just bang them out pretty quick that way. So let's see what the comments are doing right now. Got a little trolley troll. We'll just leave him in here, or I could block him, I guess. There we go. He is gone. So let's take a quick look. We got Brooke Barone saying, what's the least pricing you list? If you get it for free, what do you feel is worth it? I see people making $3 to $4. I'm not sure if it's worth it. There's some items that I'm only making $3 to $4 on. There's some items I'm actually making less on. I have a bunch of PSP games, actually, that came out of my collection, and I wanted to get rid of them. And there's some that I'm selling for around $7-ish. I actually think I sold them for $6.34 was the cheapest one I had listed. So if you think about it, it's free. Shipping on that's going to be $2.61. Fees on that is going to be around 70 cents. And cost of item is free. So you're really looking at about $3 and what is that? $3.30, $3.40, somewhere around there. total. So after all that, I'm still making about, you know, $3, like I said. And it's worth it because it's just a PSP game. I take 3 pictures, you know, the front of the case, the back of the case, and the game. Done. It slides right into one of these bags, and I print out the label. I mean, it all in all, between listing and shipping, probably takes me less than 5 minutes. I know some people could even do it faster than that. Some people could do it in a minute or two, but it does take me about, you know, 4 to 5 minutes, just because I list on my phone. Sometimes that could take a good four minutes right there, and the whole shipping process takes about 1 minute. So is it worth it? $3 in 5 minutes? Because I have them in bulk, you know, let's say I have 10 of them, that's only 30 minutes. 10 times 5 is $50. That's $100 an hour. If you want to think of it like that, yeah, if you're shipping things and only making $3 to $4 on it, that's a pain in the butt. Like I was selling these Taco Bell sauces. That's a pain in the butt. Now you have to go to the store and buy them. That takes time. You're investing, you know, you're investing money into it, which sucks, and you're only making about $3 to $5. So why is that all of a sudden not worth it? Well, there's more time, and to ship these things, you have to slide them into a thing, cut out cardboard, put the cardboard in, make sure it doesn't get crushed because they have to ship priority, and it becomes kind of a pain in the butt. So it really depends on the kind of item you're selling. If you're selling DVDs, CDs, just really basic things, I think a $3 profit is worth it, especially if you get it for free or pennies, you know, 50 cents. It's worth it, in my opinion. The Source Force packing up a 110 disc CD changer for a global shipping program. Hope that makes it. Better package it up good. Texas Remedy is thrifting now. Nice. Where do I get my see-through plastic clothing bags? Those are called poly bags, I believe. They're also called poly bags. I will have a link for them down below in the description after this goes live. I buy everything off Amazon. Also, if you go to my previous videos, there should be links under all of them for everything that I use in those clear poly bags are on the listing. So that'll help. At West, thanks to yep, all right. Yeah, so Felipe Jong says nice process. Thank you, thank you. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's how I do it. I'm gonna print out my labels. I have peel and stick labels, which are somewhere right now, right here. And because I was trying to organize the room the other day, so I missed, you know, I was moving things around, so I don't know where everything is right now. But these are just Avery peel and stick labels. I buy these at Staples, and you price match with Amazon. And the reason why I buy such small little things, yeah, you could buy a lot and spend more money on it. This is only 50 labels. This isn't going to get you very far if you're shipping all the time. The reason why I do this is because if you price match with Amazon, you get this all the way down. Oh, okay, so you get this all the way down to about $7.50, right? That's cheap. But it's a pain in the butt going back there and buying these or buying these in bulk, right? You'd think it'd add up because of the volume. Well, Staples gives you a $5 rebate that you could just do right online. You don't even have to send anything in the mail. I lost my receipt. Sophia, please relax. I lost my receipt, so I can't do the rebate right now, but next time I will. And so these end up only costing $2. So you're almost getting them for free. Now you can get them free through FedEx and things like that, but sometimes I just need them right away. FedEx takes a little bit of time, so when I'm running low or I'm almost out and I forgot to re-up, go get them at Staples. It'll cost you $2. Wow. Okay, we do have a few trolls in here. So, JoJo says hi to Sophie. Of course we got little Soph in here. But that is it, guys. That is the whole process. I'm going to ship these out. And hope you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. One more question, last question. Felipe says, how do you get eBay envelopes? You can get them right on eBay. If you have a store subscription, they give you a coupon, and they're pretty much free. So there's that. There are videos on YouTube about it also, if you are more curious. But that's that, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Do all the things I said. I will talk to you guys later. Thrift School signing out. I'm out. See ya. Bye-bye.